now next loop we are starting is for each loop. Here I'll do one thing. $ARR2 equals to @ I'm creating an array over here which contains from 1 to let's say 50 numbers inside it. Okay, I'm creating an array over here like this. And now I need to basically use this and print the data on the screen. Okay, just we'll start with the basic, then we will slowly increase the difficulty level. Now here, just to print the data using for loop, okay, I can say for each loop, sorry. I can use the command for each bracket. Okay, so in bracket you have to write something. In these normal brackets you have to write something, and whatever you want to be iterated, that's what you have to write over here. So basically in this bracket what you need to do is you need to use something called as local variable. Let's say $A. It could be anything. This first value, this could be anything. Okay, but its scope is gonna be between these lines only. Now this $A is gonna fetch the data from array 2. So in $ARR2. That's it. And now what I need to do, I need to just print $A. Remember that. I need to print $A, not $ARR2. $A will pick up the data from the array and then prints it. Got the point now? So simply when I do this, if it was very quick. Now see the beauty. I did not initialize any extra variable over here. I did not state that how many times it should work out. It is finding, okay, in the loop it is 50, so it will work only till 50. If I increase, it is taking too much time actually. If I just run it 50 times, it will work only 50 times. If I go specifically, let's say 93 times, a total random number I have taken, okay, and then run the code, it will run exactly 93 times. If I make it 393 times, total random number, it will work exactly 393 times. So you are not at all defining when the loop should be terminated. The moment it reaches to the bottom or the last, it will automatically terminate itself. This becomes a very big advantage for us. Let's say I started my production environment with 10 servers. So I'll write 10 over here. Right now entry will be 10. Let's say after a few months, now the number of servers are increased. I made it till 20, for example. So I have to just mention only where the IPs and other things will be available in the file. I don't even have to touch this particular script. That script will fetch the data from the file and then process the entire. And when I run this entirely, it works exactly in the same. Got it? Okay. Next example in for each loop. Okay. Example 2 in for each. So $websites equal to, and I'm creating an array with this. Okay, something like google.com ltimindtree.com. So 4 websites I have added up over here. Here for each $W, I'm creating a local variable called $W in $websites. And here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go with test-connection $web $W. Okay, count 1 hyphen error action silently continue. You got the picture, right? So whatever is not pinging, those names will not be available. Okay. See, ltimantry.com is not pinging over here. Okay, that's totally fine. This makes sense for everyone. Okay, so do it. But what I want you to do with this, okay, you can write the same exact example, but I want you to make a twist over there. Whatever websites are pinging, only show their names in green, and whatever is not pinging, show their names in red. I don't want anything else. Understood what needs to be done? So here I'll write the task so that it will be clear to everyone. Okay, so for this particular task, I know this is the line which is basically responsible for pinging, right? So I'll take this entire line from here and put it in the if statement, if else statement. So if this is pinging, then write hyphen host $w is pinging. Or even if you write just $w and you make it in green color, that is also totally fine. Otherwise, that's a, that's the only thing you had to do. So just copy it. Ah, thank you. Run it, and there we go. See, okay, give a try. Here, next thing will be access all the site names from a text file and ping them. So I'm not gonna rewrite the same program again. Simple. I'll be using the same program over here, but with few changes. So the only change you have to do in this entire file is this line, this particular part. Okay, I'll cut this data from here and let's put it in a notepad file. Notepad sites.txt. Okay, from the console itself you can create it, or you can go to a particular folder and then you can create it. It's your call. Okay, so when I do this, run it, it says cannot find so and so. Do you want to create a new file? Yes, that's how you create it. Okay, and now I have pasted the entire array, but this is how it should not be done. What you have to do is you have to take all the website names in different lines like this. Let's add few more lines over here, like facebook.com. Okay, so I've added few names over here. Now I'll just go back. Now the last part, I'll comment this line because when I run the code, it will open the file. I don't want that to happen. The last thing, to access the data from file and capture it inside your script, the simple command is get hyphen content. Get content. Get content is the command to fetch the data from text file and then process it inside your code. Get content space, the file name, sites.txt. Since I am in the same folder only, so it is giving me this entire. If you want to pass the entire path, then it will be like this. Then it will be like this. And whenever you are writing path, my recommendation would be to go always with single quote or double quote. It will save your problem. It will save you from the problem. Now, no changes. See, I'm not changing anything in the code. No changes required over there. I just added the website names inside the file and fetching the data from there. Now run the entire data. So, task is very simple. Okay. List all the running service names in green color and stopped in red color. That's the task. So in this particular example, you can see this particular line will basically fetch the website names from a particular file, and basically we are using for each loop in order to ping them one by one. Whatever sites are pingable, it will show the content in green color and non-pingable in red color. Okay. So if I run the program, it works fine. You can see here. So you can see all these websites are pinging except the ltimindtree.com domain. Now, here what I am gonna do is I'm gonna take the same program only, but I will include functions plus pipeline together. Means I have to rewrite the same program in form of functions and pipelines. Okay. Now, why it is required? Let's say I need to call everything via function only. Right now, what I'm doing over here, I am pinging the website and then directly working with it. What if I want to call a function? I need to work with a function this time. Okay. There's a specific formula for this. There's a specific method for it where function, pipeline, and for each loop works in a total different manner. Specifically, this combination. So we know when for each loop works out, so we have to write the keyword for each. Then we have to specify the condition, or you can say how long it is gonna work out, and then you write the entire code. But using this example, we'll see one more variant of for each loop, where I will not be specifying this condition over here. That's what I'm trying to explain. It is one of the exceptional case for functions, pipeline, and for each loop. Am I clear to everyone till here? Okay. Now, how basically it works? I'll use the same thing only, but I'll rewrite the entire program. Okay. So to do that, function get, let's say, get ping. Simple name I'm giving over here. Okay. And here I will be working with the keyword param, and here I'm gonna go with dollar sites, a new variable I'm creating. If you want, you can just pass the data type also. Any problem with this one as of now? Okay. Now, once I get the website name, the same thing can be used over here. But here, this will be sites. Any problem with this? Okay. So this will be only executed once you are working with the dollar sites variable. But now how to call it? So what I'm gonna do this time is dollar, copy this code, dollar websites pipe. See, try to understand the meaning of it. When I run this line, it captures all the website data inside it. And when I access only this much, can you see all the website names are available? Clear to everyone till here? All the names are there. Now, using pipeline, what I need to do, take all the name and pass it to the function one at a time. Getting the point? So here function name is get ping. But is it okay if I run this entire code? Then parameter sites. Will it work? This won't work out properly. What you have to do is for each. For each. Then bracket started. Curly bracket started. Code and the curly bracket close. What's gonna be the code? That is gonna be. But what should I pass over here now? Dollar underscore. This is a specific example when you merge functions, pipeline and for each together. Now I don't need this anymore. I can remove it. Now this is a specific, what do you say, function which basically includes, this is a program which basically includes function, pipeline and for each loop together. Now the moment I have written the entire code, see, it says for each. We have studied that, okay, for each, after that the bracket will come where you specify the condition, local variable and from where you have to access the data. Okay, and then the bracket starts. Then the scope starts. But here directly I'm starting the code scope. Okay, this is one of the exceptional scenario when these three things are merged together. Then in that case we go with this pattern where you have array or variable with pipeline with for each loop. Whenever for each loop and pipeline sit together, then you do not have to specify condition in bracket. You just call the function, pass the variable, parameter, and rather than writing the variable name, you have to always write dollar underscore. Dollar underscore means one value at a time. Initially, when I only run dollar websites, dollar underscore will take google.com first. It will pass google.com to parameter, this particular function as a parameter, and it will ping. Then next, it is gonna take the second value, ltimindtree.com. Then it goes exactly in the same way. Am I clear to everyone till here? This is how basically things work out over here. Okay. I will take the same code if else condition over here. Now I can complicate the things for you. Okay. Remaining everything is same. The only thing changes over here is this. Still it will be giving the same output only when I run the code. See, it is giving the same thing only, but check one of the different condition over here. So this generally happens when you have for each loop, functions and pipeline all together.